Let's see. I think we're recording now.
Okay.
It should be. All right. So, hello, Adrian. Welcome to
What
Norway. You're now talking to all the kids
students
that
from
are in
Norway?
Norway.
What's up, Norway in the house?
So, I would like you to introduce yourself and
Yeah,
talk a little bit about who you are and what you do.
okay. My name is Adrian Dortch. I stay in the U.S. Here in Evanston. It's a small town right outside Chicago. If you're familiar with Northwestern University, I stay not too far from Northwestern University. My occupation is I'm a director and project coordinator for my nonprofit Entrepreneur Endeavors Academy, in which it's a music therapy camp, and kids come in, they record music, we sign them up to DistroKid. It's entrepreneurship because they're able to capitalize on the music that they record. So once they record this music, oh, hold on, something just happened. Okay, so once they record music, the parent usually comes in, and of course, if the kid has talent, the parent has talent, and so they end up recording together. So it kind of builds a stronger family structure. So once again, it's called Entrepreneur Endeavors Academy, and I also have a recording studio called Big Bank Productions, in which we do commercials, jingles, and we record positive content. So all the content that we record for we stopped 2009. We used to record anything and everything. I thought it was a nice platform for kids to come in and be able to express themselves. And then later on, I realized the music they were recording, even though I am getting them off the streets, it still was not changing their mentality as far as what they were doing in the streets. And we even had actually two students. One used to be more like a J. Cole and record it very consciously. The other was more like I want to say a gangster rap. And literally, they knew each other. And February 9th, 3 years ago, one youth actually slaying the other youth. And so that at that point, it made me say, I'm old enough to be these children's father. And even though this is the kind of music the kids record and they enjoy, music is not just music. It's really not just music. And so Big Bay Production is my company in which I record artists. But nowadays, the artists I record, if there is going to be some swearing in, it has to be like my theory thesis. This is bull feces. The same thing as saying bull, but bull feces, So it has to be creatively done. Um, my passions, I love to paint with acrylic. I love singing. Baby, you should let me love you. Let me be the one to. I love singing. I love producing. I love writing. I love to help people. I really love to help people, and I love to give back to my community because somebody did it for me. Somebody actually found me as a young teen and brought me into a recording studio, and it changed my life. This is actually the foundation of how I created Entrepreneur Endeavors Academy, and it works together with my recording company, Big Bank Productions. And so that's a little bit about my passion. Life goals. I fluctuate. Okay, so a little bit about me. Raised in the Fifth Ward of Evanston, it's the Black Diamond of Evanston. Evanston is a very, how could I say, diverse community. It's interesting because in this community, you can have literally sitting in, because Northwestern University is here, you literally can be in a classroom where somebody's mother is on drugs. Sitting next to that student will be a kid who might be Black or Caucasian, but they're actually a professor at Northwestern or a teacher. So you get this wide variety of of um, of lives that are in one room together and have access to different cultures and different experiences, which I was fortunate to have multiple experiences here in Evanston where I got to grow up around engineers, um, grew up around street life, which is very just interesting that we'll be in Evanston and you still have youth or adults that are peddling a product on the streets, if you know what I mean, in a society, in a place where it's a college town. And I always felt like the aim of education is not just knowledge, but action. And I mean, these are educated people that are, once again, playing into, if you ever seen the movie New Jack City, playing into like um, stereotypes. They're actually playing them out, but they're educated. Uh, so life goals, life goals. So my goal in life is to create and change the name Big Bang Productions into Neon Portal, and actually have it be a place where I want to be like the healthy McDonald's of music, where a person can come in and we split everything 50-50, but the criteria is to put as much positive content out in the world as possible. I feel that a lot of the content we see on TV and in music, especially in the Black community, is very jaded and one-sided and always promoting a negative stereotype about people of color. Um, there are so many dynamics here in the African American community. I mean, we're entrepreneurs, we're doctors, we're engineers. If you ever look back in history, and if you're in any history book, one of the wealthiest men was Mansa Musa. But you always hear about Bill Gates. You always hear about everybody, but you don't hear about this one person who has been the wealthiest person in history, in life, who actually pretty much gave away so much gold, and I want you to research Mansa Musa, but gave away so much gold that he crashed pretty much the world market.
Can you say his name so that the kid?
It's up, Mansa Musa. If you go into your microphone and say that into your microphone, he'll come up. He'll come up. Tell me if I'm going too fast, because I know I'm saying a lot.
I was just thinking about the name so that they could research themselves and they could read on it, because I am 100% sure they have never heard of it. So that it's
so the lack of me being able to spell it correctly, it's Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa. And if you say it into your microphone, it will most definitely come up. It will. Trust me. And if not, I'll get the correct spelling and I'll give it to I'll give it to your teacher, and she'll be able to hand it to you. And just one thing I want you to know is that I'm always accessible to whomever. The fact that we're on this call right now, or this Skype, is very profound. Um, Time is of the essence, so I have a small circle, so I don't tend to give my time to just anything. So you are most definitely in the right place at the right time. And so I'll also most definitely give my email out there if you have any further questions, or if you want to stay in contact, or heck, you might even be in Chicago and you want to come by the studio, or hang out and grab some tea and build. Um, so life goals, like I said, was to rebrand my recording studio to Neon Portal and create nothing but positive content. I feel like, once again, I'll say it, that the world needs more positive content all the way around. Also to create not only videos, but music and art. I'm also a chef, I cook. I was with the American Heart Association after I got off a reality show, which I'll talk more about. After I got off a reality show, I was with the American Heart Association, in which I went around to low-income communities and taught them how to cook plant-based. So my life has a holistic approach to it, meaning holistic mind, body, soul, education, work. Like, there's so many factors that go into a holistic lifestyle that is not just food and it's not just working out, but we'll talk more about that towards the end of our discussion. Um, my personal experience growing up here in the Fifth Ward, um, something I don't share with everybody. I ran for school board and for alderman, but being a youth in Evanston, I actually was a special education student. Yeah, I was a special education student, and a lot of people would have never saw me having my own business, um, or even having a family. I have I have two daughters, and I will call myself a high value father because I work as hard as I can to not only be a provider but a protector for them. And so, a little bit about me growing up in Evanston. I was in special education for as long as I can remember. I don't know why, but I was. And it comes to find out that you can get in special education here in American schools for something as small as not having money for a tutor, um, not having eaten breakfast in the morning, so you can't focus. I mean, these are things that they will actually put you in special education for. Like not having breakfast in the morning, so you know you can't focus, so you know you're going to be hungry. And so your attention is off.
It's important for them to hear your perspective, because here in Norway, they also have special education, but
Okay.
it's a completely different perspective. So it's really important for you to tell them about this.
So in special education is very interesting because we all understand that usually the reason why, from my perspective, I ran for school board here in Evanston, and my platform was to really to get rid of special education. There is no such thing as a special education college. So why put a kid in special education, give him all this, put him okay? Special education in the states are like this. In the U.S., you have 24 kids, 30 kids in a classroom being disruptive the whole time. The teacher is literally putting out fires all day, not really able to teach. And you think about it, the reason why a kid is in special education because they need individual attention. So how does a kid get individual attention? And there's 30 kids with all these behavioral issues, maybe. So are we still here? Something just happened with our signal.
Okay, you're back. Your video is not
Something
back,
just
but you're
happened.
okay. You're back.
Okay. Can you see me or hear me? Some
I hear you, but okay, now I hear and see you.
Yeah, something weird just happened. Oh gosh. All right. Happened. Come on.
I have video. Now I have
Give
just
me
sound.
1 second.
All right.
All right. So, all right. It says that your microphone is off.
Now my
I
microphone is back
believe
on. I only
my
turn it
microphone
off
is
when you're
on.
talking.
Volume is really low.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very. This is very quiet. It shouldn't have been such a drastic change.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Hold on a second. All right. Hello? I can hear you for some reason. It's like very, very low. I think to
I
try to
can
come
hear.
in.
I can hear you fine now.
Okay, you can hear me fine?
Yes. You can keep talking
Okay.
about what you were saying
I guess
before.
we'll
You're
just
talking
keep
about
going. I can
special
barely
education.
hear you. I have to kind of lean into it. But if you can hear me clear, I'll keep going. Is that okay? I am seeing on your side that it says it has like a line through it
I have it
that's
on. I
saying,
only turn it off when you're talking so that there isn't any interference.
okay,
But
understood.
yeah.
Is it okay for me to keep going? Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
All right, so I guess I'll keep going. You say yes?
Yes.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay, so I was talking. Sorry about that, students. So I was talking about special education. I think I was at where you have 24 to 30 kids in the classroom here in Evanston. Now, mind you, Evanston is one of the most prestigious kind of towns and schools. They're ranked pretty high in education. And so 24 to 30 kids in the room, one teacher. Now, mind you, the reason why a kid here is in special education is they need they need one-on-one they need one-on-one help. So you get one teacher in the room with 24 to 30 kids, and you never get that one-on-one help. I mean, you get that one. Nobody tries to give you a private tutor in which you need tutoring in all kind of topics. You're in a room, one room all day.
Okay, I lost your video and sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call back into the call. I'm going to save this portion of the interview, and then I can show it in two parts. I did that with my brother's interview. And then we'll do the second part.